एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Right, verse number 26. লীলা অন্তে সুখে ইনহার অঙ্গের মাধুরী তাহ দেখি সুখে আমি আপন পাশরি। লীলা অন্তে সুখে ইনহার অঙ্গের মাধুরী তাহ দেখি সুখে আমি আপন পাশরি। লীলা অন্তে সুখে ইনহার অঙ্গের মাধুরী তাহ দেখি সুখে আমি আপন পাশরি। দোহার এই সামারাস ভরত মুনি মানে আমর আমর ব্রজের রস সেহ নাহি জানে। দোহারে এই সমরস ভরত মুনি মানে আমর ব্রজের রস সেহ নাহি জানে। দোহরা এই দোহরা জয় সমরসা ভরত মুনি মানে আমর ব্রজের রসা সেহ নাহি জানে। অন্যের সঙ্গমে আমি যত সুখ পাই তাহা হইতে রাধা সুখ শত অধিক হয়। অন্যের সঙ্গমে আমি যত সুখ পাই তাহা হইতে রাধা সুখ শত অধিক হয়। অন্যের সঙ্গমে আমি যত সুখ পাই তাহা তাহা হইতে রাধা সুখ শত অধিক হয়। Right? Synonyms. Leela Ante, at the end of our pastimes, Sukhe, in happiness, Inhara of Srimati Radharani, Angera of the body, Madhuri, sweetness, Taha, that, Dekhi, seeing, Sukhe, in happiness, Ami, I, Apona, myself, Pashori, forget. Dohara of both, J, whatever, Samarasa, equal mellows, Bharata Muni, the saintly person named Bharata Muni, Mone, accepts. Amara, my, Prajera of Vrindavana, Rasa, mellows, Seha, he, Nahi, not, Jane, knows. Anyera, others, Sangami, by meeting, Ami, I, Jatha, all, Sukha, happiness, pai, get, taha hoite, than that, Radha Sukha, happiness by association with Radharani, Shatha, 100 times, Adhikai, increased. Purports and translation. Translation purport by Sri Prabhupada ki jai. Seeing the luster of her complexion after our pastimes together, I forget my own identity in happiness. The sage Bharata has said that the mellows of a lover and beloved are equal, but he does not know the mellows of my Vrindavana. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. According to expert sexologists like Bharata Muni, the male and the female enjoy equal in the material sexual pleasure. But in the spiritual world, the relationships are different, although this is unknown to mundane experts. The happiness I feel when meeting Radharani is 100 times greater than the happiness I get from meeting others. Right? Vanchakal Kripa Sindhu Pevacha Patitanam Pavi Vaishnavi. All right. So this is a beautiful section of chapter 4 of Chaitanya Charitamrita. It says the title of this chapter is The Confidential Reasons for the Appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We have seen the material, the reasons, the reasons for the appearance of Mahaprabhu, the two other reasons. But this third reason, which is a confidential reason for the appearance of Mahaprabhu, has been given in detail in this chapter. So, what is a confidential reason? So in the beginning of this chapter, we have seen that um, Krishna, especially there is a verse, verse number 234, I think. Okay, but anyway, so Krishna is all beautiful. He's all perfect. He gives pleasure to these three universes, like all this universe, the cosmic manifestation, and to everyone. He is the provider of that pleasure, pleasure giving potency of this whole universe, or this manifestation is Krishna. Then his question was, if I am so beautiful, if I'm so lovable, then why Radharani, what Radharani experiences from this love? So that is the question he has. And that's why he wanted to experience the love of Radharani. And that's why he has appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, that is another one reason. And while explaining this concept or the reason for us his appearance, um, Kaviraj Goswami, he was hesitating whether to say these words or not, these topics or not. There is in 234 or 231 here he says that Nishanka Kahiye. Okay. So he was hesitating for fear of them. I do not wish to speak. But if they do not understand, then what can be happier in all these on the three worlds? So he's saying that there are people who are called as rasikas. Rasikas are the people who love to be in the Krishna consciousness, or who are the followers of Krishna, who are the real devotees of Krishna. So those are rasikas. Whereas someone called as non-devotees, they are jealous of Krishna. They are envious of Krishna. They don't want to follow Krishna consciousness. They just want to find faults in Krishna consciousness, or they just want to find faults in Krishna himself. So for such people, this topic is not for them, right? That's why Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srila Prabhupada mentions it as a master's degree. To achieve to this level, or to come to this level, or to understand the topics on this Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or understand the topics of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, you should have a qualification. One should have a qualification. One should be qualified enough to hear to these verses, right? So what is the qualification? You should at least finish the elementary level, middle school level, high school level, and then go to the bachelor's degree. Then comes the master's degree, which is Chaitanya Charitamrita, right? What are these elementary? Like you have to follow first of all, everything starts with faith. You develop the faith, and from the faith, you'll have some association of devotees. Then you can get some bhajana kriya. You perform some bhajana kriya, like chanting and visiting the temple, doing some services, associating with devotees. Then this faith develops, and then at one point you have to go through, like during bhajana kriya, you read through the scriptures, you read through the um, preliminary books like Bhagavad Gita, Isha Upanishad, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and Nectar of Nectar of Instruction. So all these books have to be finished. You understand them succinctly, and then you go to Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a bachelor's degree course, right? Srimad Bhagavatam. You go through the Srimad Bhagavatam, then comes to master's degree, which is Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. But yeah, so basically we need to have that qualification. So if anyone in this class or anyone hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita has a question, why Krishna is doing that, why Krishna, then please go back and refer to the context, to the materials. Read about this Canto 2, Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then you will understand who is Krishna, what is the potency of Krishna, what is the power of Krishna. When we understand that part first, then we'll delve into the Canto 10 of Srimad Bhagavatam, then we can delve into the chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita. But anyway, we are here. I'm sure you're all Rasikas of Krishna, you're all the followers of Krishna. You have that interest to know about Krishna genuinely instead of having enviousness towards him. That's why we're talking about this topic in today's class, right? So Kaviraj Goswami says here also he was hesitant to write these topics because this is for the higher, this is for the rasikas, this is for the pure followers of Krishna, this is for the people who doesn't envy Krishna, right? So that is what he's saying here. For the fear of them, I do not wish to speak. But if they do not understand, then what can be happen in all three worlds? So he was saying if they don't understand, that's better. So And he says, therefore, after offering obeisances to the devotees for their satisfaction, I shall speak without hesitating. So that's what he has hesitation, right? He has some hesitation in the beginning. Nishanke. Now at this point, he says, no, without hesitation, I'll speak. Okay. Once Lord Krishna considered within his heart, everyone says that I am complete bliss, full of rasas. So he was thinking, Krishna is thinking at once upon a time, he was thinking, like everyone says that I'm a complete bliss, full of all rasas. All the world derives pleasure from me. Is there anyone who can give me pleasure? That's what Krishna was thinking. Then his Hladini potency, Srimati Radharani, was the answer for that. So one who has 100 times more qualities than me could give pleasure to my mind. So you have all gone through this in the last sections, but I just want to breeze through it so that we understand where we stand for the context point perspective. One more qualified than me is impossible to find in the world, but in Radha alone, I feel presence of one who can give me pleasure. Right? Ekali Radha te tata taha kori anubhava. So no one else can give me pleasure because I am the pleasure potency. I give pleasure to everyone in this universe. So the one who can give me pleasure is only Radha, and that is his own Hladani Shakti. Radharani is not different. Radharani is not some other girl or some other person. Hladani Shakti is his own potency. Radharani is his own energy. Please remember this. And then कोटि कामजिनी रूप यद्यपि अमर असमर्थ असमर्थ मधुर्य सम्य nahi jara. Although my beauty defeats the beauty of 10 million cupids, although it is unequaled by and unsurpassed, and although it gives pleasure to three worlds, seeing Radharani gives me pleasure to my eyes. Right? So here, um, Kaviraj Goswami beautifully explains how Krishna is attracted to Radharani with all five senses. Right? He's just giving a analogy of five senses for us. Like we have five senses. They're very strong. Right? What are those five senses? Vision, smell, taste, and touch. Right? So all these senses, and Krishna Kaviraj Goswami, he's explaining that when this is a vision part, right? So he's saying Krishna is thinking, although my beauty defeats the beauty of 10 million cupids, right? Kandarpa koti kamaniya vishesha shobham govinda madi purusham tamaham bhajami. Kandarpa koti kamaniya vishesha shobham. So Cupid is so beautiful. He attracts the minds of any living entity in this universe. Only one who defeated was Lord Shiva. That is different. But most of these living entities in this universe, they get attracted with the beauty of Cupid. That is Khandarpa. Khandarpa is what? Cupid. So everyone gets attracted to Cupid, but millions of cupids attraction is Krishna is equal to Krishna's attraction, right? Millions. So Khandarp Koti, there are like Koti means crores and crores of Cupid's attraction is Krishna's attraction. So that is the comparison it is given. Khandarp Koti Kamaniya Visesha Shobham. That is a beauty. That is a speciality of Krishna. That is the beauty of Krishna. That Krishna is thinking this whole universe is attracted to my beauty, but the beauty of Radharani attracts my eyes, gives pleasure to my eyes. So that is a vision part of it. And next verse, Mora Vamshi Gite Akarshete Tribhuvana Radhara Vachane Hare Amara Shravana. So this is hearing now, right? The hearing is that the vibration of my transcendental flute attracts three worlds, right? The flute, when played by a normal hunter, attracts the ears of the deer, right? A deer is a living entity, living being. The deer gets attracted by the music of the hunter, just flute played by the hunter. Like that's how they catch the deers. That's one small little flute played by a hunter. Then think about Krishna playing the flute. And when Krishna plays the flute, the whole universes, that flute has different codes there, that is encrypted codes, right? When Krishna plays flute in certain way, only gopis can hear. Only gopis can hear that flute. Krishna, when he plays flute, only the cows can hear. When Krishna plays a flute, according to there are like 7 lakh cows, I think, if I am wrong, 7 or 9 lakh cows in the Nanda Maharaj's courtyard, right, in his this thing. So when Krishna plays certain flute, only certain section of the cows used to listen to that like, he has all kinds of codes and scripts and everything with the flute. So when he plays that flute, he can control whole all these three bhuvane, all these three universes, three worlds can be attracted to that flute. But he's saying that my ears are enchanted by the sweet words of Srimati Radharani. So Radharani is so sweet in her words. It's one of her qualities, right? So she's so sweet in her words that Krishna gets attracted to her words. That is the hearing part, hearing, a sense of hearing. And the next one is Yadyapi Amara Gandhe Jagata Sugandha Mora Chitta Prana Hare Radha Anga Gandha. So my fragrance, so this is the sense of smell. So although my body lends fragrance to entire creation, the scent of Radharani's limbs captivates my mind and attract and heart. So how is Krishna's fragrance, how can we experience Krishna's fragrance in this creation? So the fragrance of these flowers, the whatever the beautiful things, whatever we find, whatever the fragrant things we can find in this universe is created by Krishna himself. So there is no doubt about that. And if we have doubt, then we have to go back and read some Bhagavad Gita, the basic verses. So I'm not going to go into those details. But if we so everything created in this universe is created by Krishna, and so the owner of any fragrant thing in this universe is Krishna himself. So that's what Krishna is saying. Although my body lends fragrance to the entire creation, the scent of Radharani's limbs captivates my mind and heart. So that is Krishna again glorifying Radharani here. This is the uh, sense of smell. And next one is Yadyapi Amara Rasha Jagata Sarasa Radha Adhara Rasa Ama Kore Vasa. So although this is about the taste, rasa means taste. So although the entire creation is full of different tastes because of me. So we have different palatable tastes around us, right? Like just we're just small little living entities. We have a limited time, and we have created so many palatable things. We have you name it, you have it, right? Like, we went to the wedding the other day, so we had the cakes, sweets. I mean, you name it, you have it. We have created so many tastes, so many things we can taste. It's a combination of sweet and sour, and like, there was an ice cream called as mango jalapeno mango. First time I heard that jalapeno mango ice cream. So that was a different taste. See, mango I understand and jalapeno I understand that they both have different tastes, but here they mix it up. So it's mango jalapeno ice cream. So that's what we're trying to understand here is that there are multiple tastes. There are a combination of tastes. They are combination or combination of tastes. Why are they existing? They're existing because of Krishna's mercy, because Krishna has different tastes. That's why he has created so many tastes. And that Krishna who has created all these tastes, he gets attracted or charmed by the nectarian taste of the lips of Srimati Radharani. So that's what Krishna is saying. So now, Yadyapi Amara Sparsha, this is a sense of touch. यद्यपि हमारा स्पर्श कोटिंदु शीतला koti indu sitala. So koti indu sitala means my touch is uh, as um, as cooler. Yeah, koti indu shitala means cooler, as koti means crores of moons of coolness. Like one moon at night gives such a pleasure to the living beings. One moon at night, right? You just sit down outside and you feel that coolness of that moon. So but that 10 million moons together is koti indu, koti moons. Like, if when, like, think about 10 million moons coming in there, and they're just like, showering their coolness all together. That is the coolness of the touch of Krishna, right? That is the sparsha. The touch of Krishna is so cool, so pleasing, so good. But that Krishna is attracted to the sparsha, the touch of Radharani. So that is what. So I am refreshed by the touch of Srimati Radhika. That's what Krishna is saying here. Okay. Next one. এই মতে জগতের সুখে আমি হেতু রাধিকারা রূপ গুণ amara jivatu. So thus, although I'm the source of happiness for the entire world, the beauty and attributes of Shri Radhika are my life and soul. So Krishna is saying these words. Krishna is saying, thus, although I'm the source of happiness for the entire world, the beauty and attributes of Radhika are my life and soul. Eyi mata anubhava amara pratita vichari dekhiye jadi shaba viparita. So in this way, my affectionate feelings for Srimati Radharani may be understood, but on analysis, I find them contradictory. Why? Why he's saying this word now? He said all the glorifications of Radharani here. He's attracted to her. He's attracted to her smell. He's attracted to her touch and everything. But now he's saying that, but on analysis, I find them contradictory. Why he's finding contradictory? Because he finds the pleasure Krishna is getting, the pleasure he's getting himself, Radharani is getting more than that. So that's what he's going to say now. My eyes are fully satisfied when I look upon Srimati Radharani, right? But by looking upon me, she becomes even more advanced in satisfaction, right? Krishna is saying that, yes, I am attracted to Srimati Radharani. My eyes are always at Radharani, but Radharani is more attracted to more satisfied by looking at me. So Radharani's other name is called Chakori. Chakori means a bird, a chakora bird. This bird, the quality of this bird, the nature of this bird is this bird gets attracted to the moon so much so that when the moon rises, it just keeps staring at the moon whole night. Let's say the moon is traveling across the horizon, right, all the way on the top and goes down, right? This chakora bird is looking at the moon all night, just like that. If the moon is going this way, the head of the chakora bird is also going this way. So she just keeps bending and looking at the moon just like that. So Radharani is called as Chakori because her vision to Krishna, wherever Krishna is there, this Krishna goes like that. Her eyes are always on Krishna. Wherever Krishna is, like if Krishna is going to the, like he's coming for distance, anywhere he's going through, her eyes are always on Krishna. That's why she was called as Chakori, bird Chakori. Okay, Chakora is a bird, but because she has that features of Chakora bird, she's called as Chakori. So that's what. Why she's doing that? Why she wants to have a vision of Krishna? She wants to have a vision of Krishna because she is attracted and she gets satisfied so much so that she cannot take her eyes out of Krishna. So that is what Krishna is also saying again. He said that I like Radharani. I'm fully satisfied when I look upon Srimati Radharani, but by looking upon me, she becomes even more advanced in satisfaction. So that is what is happening. And now the flute-like murmur of the bamboos rubbing against one another restills Radharani's consciousness, for she thinks it to be the sound of my flute, and she embraces a tamla tree, mistaking it for me. So he thinks that I am the one who's thinking madman for Radharani, but she is much more than me. That's what he's explaining. So she thinks that when bamboos, right, the big large bamboo trees, they rupture, they go very the bamboos you might have seen in America also. So they grow closer. They don't have much space. They go they up like they shoot up right next to each other. When there is a heavy wind, these bamboos on the top, they just get ruptured and they touch each other. When that, it makes a sound. So when that sound happens, Radharani thinks that that is the sound of a flute of Krishna, and she gets mistaking that as a sound of flute of Krishna, and she gets attracted to that sound, and she thinks that the tamala tree next to her is Krishna himself, and she embraces that tamala tree, tamala tree. And Krishna alingana painu Janama Safale, Krishna Sukhe, Magna Rahe, Vriksha Kori Kole. I have gotten the embrace of Sri Krishna, she thinks. So now my life is fulfilled. Thus she remains immersed in pleasing Krishna, taking the trees in her arms. So that is what Radharani is. Radharani is happening. But this is what is happening with Radharani, right? So Anukule Vate Jyoti Paya Moraganda, Udiya Padite Chahe, Preme Hoya Anda. When a favorable breeze carries to her the fragrance of my body, she's blinded by love and tries to fly into that breeze. She gets crazy, she gets blind in that love of Krishna, in that smell of Krishna, the fragrance of Krishna blinds her, and she tries to fly in that breeze. So Tambula Charbita Jobe Kore Ashwadani Ananda Samudre Dhube Kichu na jani. When she tastes the beetle chewed by me, she emerges in an ocean of joy and forgets everything else. She takes the prasad of Krishna and she loves, she forgets everything, and she is in the ocean of joy. And the one before the verse, one verse before us, today's verse is Amara Shanga me Radha Paya Jayi Ananda Shata Muke Boli Tabuna Payi Tara Anta. Even though if I speak with my 100 mouths, the pleasure that Radharani gets, it's not possible. I cannot even finish it. That's what he says. Even with hundreds of mouths, I could not express the transcendental pleasure she derives from my association. So that is the attraction between Krishna and Radha, which is uh, aprakrita, meaning it is not for this material world, right? You cannot. Srila Prabhupada warns us um, in the beginning of this Chaitanya Charitamrita itself is that these leelas, the pastimes of Krishna and Radha, cannot be understood with the cannot be understood. Cannot be understood. We cannot understand these leelas or pastimes of Radha and Krishna with this material consciousness, with this material thinking, with this material mind, right? So that is where we are. Now we are going to the today's verse, which is verse number 256. Leela ante shuke inhora angera madhuri taha deki shuke ami apana pashauri. Seeing the luster of her complexion after our pastimes together, I forget my own identity. So Krishna says Radhara Prema. So seeing the luster of her complexion after our pastimes together, I forget my own identity and happiness. So this is shown in the movies. This is shown in the we have seen it uh, in this material world that a boy and girl they fall in love and they go crazy. They go blind about the existing situations and everything. So but compared to what Krishna and Radha are experiencing, that's a real thing, right? Because that's real. That is satyam. Satyam means sat. That is sat means that is eternal. It is always there. It is never extinguishing, right? But in this material, whatever we experience is temporary. We are all experiencing that because we are the part of that Krishna. We are part and parcel of that Krishna, right? Now, this living entity, the soul, is a part and parcel of Krishna. When you take a cup of water from the ocean, the qualities of that ocean, that the taste, the nature of that water, which the whole ocean carries, is same as the qualities what we find in that glass of water from the ocean, right? But the difference is this is limited. This is limited. It can dry out, but the ocean is unlimited. It can never be dried out, right? Possibly, as far as we will see, we cannot see the ocean drying out. So similarly, the qualities we have, or somehow we got that little bit of very minute qualities which we have derived from Krishna himself, because we are the ansha, or um, the parts and parcels of Lord Krishna. And as being a part of parcel of Krishna, we want to lord it over in this material world, and we see and we experience the similar things, but in a very limited, very minute, very temporary situation, temporary experiences we go through in this material world. But in Krishna and Radha, it is eternal. It is always happening. Now, let's analyze this verse, right? Seeing the luster of her complexion after our pastimes together, I forget my own identity in happiness. Who is saying this? This is said by Lord Krishna himself. Who is Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ishvaraha, Paramakrishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the reason of every reason in this universe, right? Krishna vai Sachidananda Gana, Krishna Adi Purushaha, Krishna Purushottama, Krishna Ha U Karmadi Moolam, Krishna Saha Sarvai Karyaha, Krishna Kasam Krid Adishamka Prabhu Pujaha, Krishna Anadis Tashmin Ajandantar Bahe Yam Mangalam Tallabate Kriti. So that is Krishna. What is Krishna? Krishna is Adi Purusha. He has no beginning. He is the first being. He has no anadi. He is there for unlimited time. We are here. I have a age. I'm in this world from some time to some time, and that's it. I'm vanished, and again I get another body, another thing. But Krishna is there, anadi. No one knows when he has appeared, and his glories are being enchanted by the thousands of mouths by Ananta Shesha continuously for time, for long time, like for immeasure, like for unlimited time he's being glorifying, but his glories or his pastimes are not being finished. So that is the life of Krishna. That is Krishna we're talking about in this point, right? That is the Supreme Personality we're talking about. And Krishna, Adisha Mukha Prabhu Pujaha. So he is the first one who has to be offered prayers to. He is the one who is qualified to be to be he's the one who is respect worthy. If someone is really respect worthy in this universe, is Krishna himself. When Lakshmi Devi appeared from Samudra Manthan, there was questions. Everyone, all the demigods, everyone on this, like Rakshasas, demigods, all the demons, everyone was waiting, and they respectfully asked Lakshmi Devi to choose her husband. No, but good people, right? They asked Lakshmi Devi, they gave option to Lakshmi Devi to choose an husband because she just appeared from the Samudra Manthan. Then Lakshmi Devi was pondering and she was thinking, who is the best person in this assembly? Like, who is the best person in this universe, in this creation, first of all. Then she was pondering each and every one. First of all, she removed demons. There is no question of demons at all, because of their qualities and everything. Then she started thinking about Indra. Indra is also, she rejected Indra. She gave, we don't want to quote reasons here, but she rejected Indra. She rejected Brahmaji. She rejected Shivji. And finally, she said that Vishnu is the person whom I want to be because he is the protector. Bharta. Bharta means the one who protects. Um, his wife, the one who takes the responsibility of his wife, the one who takes the weight, bhara, like the bhara or the weight of his wife or the family is a bharta. He's responsible. He fulfills his responsibility of the family. So that is bharta. So the true person who can take this responsibility is Vishnu because he is undefeatable, has not even a single lopa. Lopa means defect. Like everyone has defects, every demigods also have some defects, but when it comes to Lord Vishnu or Krishna, they don't have defects. So she said, okay, then Vishnu is my God. So that is the Supreme Personality we're talking about, right? Yeah, Kasham Krit Adishamako Projaha, Krishna, Anadis Tashmin Ajandantar Bahe Yamangalam Tallabate Kriti. So that is Krishna, what we are talking about. So what is that Krishna experiencing? That Krishna is telling that if I see the luster of her complexion, Radharani is so beautiful. So if I see the luster of that complexion, I forget my own identity. That is the Srimati Radharani. So Krishna has 64 qualities, pure, complete qualities, 64 of them, right? Chosat Gun. We can find it in Krishna himself. Only Krishna will find that, right? Just to give a comparison, human beings as living entities will have 50 qualities in them and a minute way here and there, not everything in pure or full, but living entities will have 50 of them. Lord Shiva has 55 of them, and Vishnu Tattvas or Vishnus will have 60 of them. But Krishna will have four extra out of Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Those four are Leela Madhurya, Prema Madhura, and Venu Madhuri, and Prema Madhuri. So Leela is he performs pastimes. He plays flute. No other incarnation or no other form of Lord plays flute. Please remember this, right? He performs pastimes. Some they perform, but not as much as Lord Krishna himself, because he has so many pastimes. As I said, Ananta Shesha was glorifying his pastimes. He's remembering, recollecting, and telling the stories of his pastimes for unlimited time, and they're not ending. So he continuously performs the pastimes. So that is Krishna. And now that is Leela Madhuri. And Prema Madhurya is like he is encircled, or he by the devotees or the gopis or the followers of Krishna who have, you can reach Krishna only with love. There is no other way we can reach Krishna other than a pure conscious love towards Krishna, right? So if you want to do any other activities, like you want to do Vaidhi Bhakti, yes, do it. It's good. It's good for starting to begin with, but that has a limit. It can, you can reach to that level to Vaikuntha. I mean, Goloka is also Vaikuntha, but what I'm trying to say is like there are different sections. But you, if you specifically want to have a reach Krishna, then the only way is prema. Develop that unconditional love. Uh, Ahituki pratihata. That is the love we're talking about. Ahituki unconditional, right? There should not be any conditions that is put in with the love. Krishna, I love you, but give me a good job. Krishna, I love you, but give me some money. No, Krishna, I love you, please take care of my family. Krishna, I love you, please take care of my health. So no, that is conditions. You are putting condition there. But when there is a condition, that is not a love. It's a conditional love, which is no one likes, right? No one, not even your spouses like this conditional love, right? Oh, you're putting conditions. So that's what happens. So when we are loving Krishna, that love should be unconditional. So that Krishna with Venu Madhuri, he plays the flute, and the Rupa Madhuri, he is the beautiful of all the incarnations, right? That is Krishna. But anyway, so with this four extra qualities, he has, these qualities are in paripurna. Paripurna means in completeness. It's not like a tiny bit here and there. No, he is paripurna. 64 qualities he have, complete 64 qualities he has, and that person is glorifying Radharani. So think about that. So that means Radharani must be much more qualified or much more beautiful than Krishna. But if you think like that, Radharani is Krishna's energy, like Krishna's energy, Hladini Shakti anyway. So he's Krishna himself again. So but anyway, so just to, because we're in the topic of Radha and Krishna, so let's take them as two different entities. And yes, Krishna is attracted to his own energy, Hladini Shakti, Srimati Radharani, and that is the potency of Srimati Radharani. That is why lot of devotees says, Rasikas especially say that Radhe Radhe Bolo Krishna Chele Aayenge, right? That is the nice songs they pray in Braj Mandal. You just chant the name of Radharani and Krishna will follow behind you. You don't have to specifically call Krishna. You just say Radhe Radhe, then Krishna will follow you. So Krishna, that great personality is saying that I forget myself, or my I forget my own identity in happiness. That is what um, Krishna is saying here. Okay. Now, the next verse, the sage Bharata has said that the mellows of lover and beloved are equal, but he does not know the mellows of my Vrindavana. So, Krishna is thinking that sage Bharata is there. He said that he's a sexologist. Basically, there are sages like, who wrote many other things, right? Just for the material pleasures and other things. So, one of the sages, Bharata, he wrote that the lover and the beloved get the same pleasure when they participate in the pastimes, right? That's what his point was. But Krishna is saying that you don't know, like Bharata, oh Bharata, you don't know. You come to my Vrindavana and you'll understand. So that's what he's saying. So what will he understand? Srila Prabhupada mentions here that according to expert sexologists like Bharata Muni, the male and the female enjoy equal in material sexual pleasure, but in spiritual the relationships are different. And although this is unknown to mundane experts, the mundane experts who deal with this mundane, limited, temporary pleasures. They don't know much about what it is to be what it is, what are the qualities, what are the loving exchanges they experience in the spiritual world. So there are reasons, we're not quoting the reasons, but Radharani, sorry, Lord Krishna left Vrindavan at the age of 12, right? At the age of 12, he left Vrindavan, he went to Mathura, and he never came back. Okay. The general tendency in this material world is when two friends or when a spouse, forget about friends, when a spouses, they separate, the general tendency is that you keep forgetting as the time passes. You interact with multiple other people and you forget the person whom you loved before. That tendency is there, and it is 99.999% possible in this universe, right? So we see that there is a rare case where people are like really like, yeah, and they give all the reasons, oh no, this, that, but in reality, the reality is that when the distance increases, when there is no talks, when there is no communication between these two unseparable entities, when they get separated and when there is no communication, the love fades away. You know what I mean? The love which they had, that fades away. You forget about it. You get engaged with some others, and you have your own schedules. Everyone, like both of them, will have their own schedules. They have their own people now. They have their own things. But think about the love, Radharani. When Krishna left, he left when he was 12 years old, and for the next around 80-85 years, she was alone. There was no communication. There was nothing from the Krishna side, but she didn't give up. She was always thinking about Krishna. Not only Radharani, Yashoda Mai, Nanda Maharaj, everyone in Braj Mandal, they were attracted to Krishna so much that um, they they never forgot Krishna during that time. So that is the love what Krishna is telling here. Come to my Vrindavan or Brajamandala, then you experience the real love, the real thing that is completely different. Don't tell that it's mundane. Yeah, so this mundane experts, they say that they equally love each other. They understand, they have the same pleasure, but in the in the spiritual world, it's different. That is what Krishna is thinking here, right? And the last verse for today, Anyera Shangame Ami Jata Shuka Pai, Taha Hoite Radha Shuka Shata Adikai. If I am with anyone else, the pleasure I derive from that association is is less than, or to say it other side, if I'm with Srimati Radharani, I derive 100 times more pleasure with her than any other association or any other people staying with any other people. So the happiness I feel when meeting Radharani is 100 times greater than the happiness I get from meeting others. So that's why all these leelas, pastimes, we have seen in different scriptures in previous verses also, we have seen that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Just to get the he's acting like a madman just to get the glance of Radharani. What is he doing? He's hiding behind the berry tree, right? He's just hiding behind the berry tree, and that berry tree is in the courtyard of Radharani's house, and he was hiding behind that berry tree and trying to take a glance of Radharani. Why is he hiding? Because he's scared of Jatila and Kutila, the mother-in-law and sister-in-law of Radharani. So he doesn't want to get into their vision, but he was hiding and waiting to get the glance of Radharani. That is a love Krishna feels now. And if there are many instances like that, so if you see, Krishna was also performing so many other activities, like he was dressing up like a washer woman, and he's coming to Radharani and saying that, Radharani, do you have any clothes to wash? Because um, he's just taking um, an opportunity to meet her, to see her, to talk to her. That is the love. That is the real love he had for Radharani, and he's coming as dressing up as like a barber woman. The barbers in olden days, they used to put alta. Alta is the um, Mataji's no. So alta is a um, it's a extract from the leaf which you put it as a rango. Sorry, what is a henna? It's not henna, but it's alta. So it's an extract of a leaf where you put it around the feet. So he comes on and he acts as if he is a barber woman, and he comes down to Radharani's place and says, Radharani, show your lotus feet. I want to put alta. So he wants to take that opportunity. So like that, he keeps like changing his forms, changing his clothes, and trying to get an opportunity to meet her. And who is this person? This person is the supreme personality of Godhead. And yeah, and he's Bhagavan. He's Bhagavan, and this is the qualities he is having. So think about Radharani, how super powerful she must be, right? So um, that's one thing I wanted to say. And yeah, so if we want to have such if we are not experiencing that ecstasy, if we are not experiencing that kind of love towards Krishna, and if we are thinking of this material world, material pleasures when we are discussing these topics, then there is some defect in us, right? I mean, we are not prepared for this. So uh, for that, we need to have a guru. We need to have a I mean, the lesson what we're learning from this is like we need to have a guru to make us understand. So Narottama Das Thakur beautifully says, um, what is that verse? Rupa Raghunatha Padhe, no, Rupa Raghunatha Habe. Yeah, Rupara Gunata Pade Hoibe Akuti Kabe Hama Bujabo Chugala Piriti. So Narottama Das Thakur is saying that when can I understand the loving affairs of this Jugala Priti? The Jugala is Krishna and Radha's loving affairs. How can I understand this? When can I understand this? I can understand this only when I fall down at the feet. Rupa Raghunatha Pade. So Rupa and Raghunatha's lotus feet, if I fall down under the gurus, they can give me the direction. They can give me the knowledge. They can give me the understanding of this Jugala Priti. So if we all as a endeavoring sadhakas, as we are like practicing sadhakas, if we want to experience these pastimes of Radha and Krishna, then we have to surrender completely to a guru, and that guru can have enable us. Like Srila Prabhupada, we're reading through there is a process. If we are reading through the process, if we have touched upon all the other topics, if we know the greatness of Krishna, if we know the greatness of Radharani, then all this will be revealed to us. So we have to surrender to guru and get this knowledge from them, right? So I'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please share your reflections if you have any.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Nice class, Prabhuji. Beautiful pastime. It was just, I was just reflecting on one you were saying he used to go like different forms and to meet Radharani. So one time he became that bangles man and he went, he dressed up like,
Bangle seller, yeah.
yeah, and trying to, and Radharani caught him. He is like, and you mentioned about Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Bhai. They were Manjari, right?
Yeah,
Through
Rupa Manjari. Yep.
yeah,
Mhm.
through Manjaris because they know Radharani very well. Through their mind, we can understand. And we are so fortunate we are getting, because of six Goswamis, we have such a beautiful scripture. Like Krishnaraj Kaviraj Goswami also gives such a wonderful scripture. Through that, we are understanding. Otherwise, who are non-ISKCON devotee, they they know Krishna is God like demigods. If we talk about like his supreme personality of Godhead, or they have different perception of Radha and Krishna. But we got real essence, right? What is, which kind of love they are having,
Right.
right? Which kind of love they are exhibiting. But people, other people, they don't understand. And you are right. Through Guru, we are in this parampara and we are getting this beautiful essence. That's why we don't have doubts. Like
Right.
anything we hear about Krishna and Radha, we have such a pure love for them. We don't get any doubts also about them. So,
Right, Mataji.
so much gratitude to our dear Chilo Prabhupada, what we got through him. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hari Bol.
Yeah, Mataji. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He's amazing. So that's how we're all here. Thank you.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
When you were saying that Krishna makes a special flute for the gopi, special flute for the cow, so I was thinking like our mobile phone now, we can connect one person to another.
Yeah, no, he doesn't make a
In the-
special flute. The way he plays that flute is different. You know what I mean? So there are some chords. It's like he's special. He's like talented in such a way that he plays with the same flute. Yeah, he has different flutes. That's another story. But with the same flute, his coding or the way he plays is different, right? That's
so
how.
it goes only gopi, no, other people
That's
don't
it.
hear
Yeah.
it.
It's a message carrier basically. That sound reaches only to the gopis. See, all the family members were there. Okay, everyone was there, but only gopis could hear his flute.
But gopis were too many, so all the gopis will hear it.
Yes, all the gopis, they especially that message went to them only.
Yeah, because of different
That's
frequencies.
yeah, different frequency. Like now, scientific
Like a
words, right? The
radio
frequencies and
frequency.
this. Yeah. So that is a specialty of Krishna and is amazing. And we're grateful that we see this knowledge is not easy to us to understand, to comprehend, right? With some mercy, we have done some kind of piety some time back, some years back. So somehow we are connecting to this katha. We're trying to understand what Krishna is. So we should be very grateful for our situation, and we should continue being in that situation so that we can progress. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Semester Prabhu, over to you.
Just wanted to say thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderfully explained. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Nice class. If anybody has anything else to reflect upon? Any comments? Any other concerns, comments, reflections, questions before we conclude? Okay. Thank you so much, you devotees. Let's chant together. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hari Hari.
Ram
Hari
Ram.
Ram, Hari Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram Hari
Vancha
Hari
kalpatarubhasya kripa
Kalpataruhyasya
Kripa
Vasundopya
Sindhute
eva cha
padidanam
Paditanam
Pavanebhyo
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 Vaishnavibhyo
Vaishnavibhyo
Namo
namo
Namaha
namaha Vaishnavrinda ki jai.
Vindaki
Jai
Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki
Jai.
Jai
the Gaudiya Vaishnavrinda. Gaurav Premanand.
Jai.
Hare Hare.
Hari
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 Bol.
Hari